I have been watching recently how women have been putting out these videos about where men should be more emotionally intelligent and how men should start going to therapy.
A recent study actually found that a majority of Gen Z women won't date a man unless he's willing to go to therapy. More specifically, a survey from the dating app Hilly showed that 55% of Gen Z women won't date a guy who doesn't believe in therapy.
And I just found this bizarre and frustrating because one of the things that we got to realize about males and females, women have a higher degree of neuroticism than men do. And what do I mean by that? Women are more deeply affected by negative emotions than men. And that's why so many women get triggered very easy when it comes to negative emotion.
Get it on video. Try and get it on video.
This young woman is being arrested, but she's not going down without a fight.
We're going to jail. You don't get to resist.
20-year-old Samantha Alonzo Luna and her friends were pulled over by cops near Humboldt State University in Northern California. One of them is arrested for sticking her head out of the sunroof, and Samantha is not happy about it.
Why are you being so rude?
You're the one that's being rude.
I'm sorry that anyone
You're the
heard
one
your-
that's being rude.
How am I being rude?
Seriously? You're about 2 seconds from going to jail for public intoxication. Do you not understand that? So I would stop talking if I were you.
But Luna continues to argue with the cop.
When I asked your last name, then you should have told me.
That is my last name. Samantha Luna is my last name.
Luna. What's on your license?
Alonzo Luna.
Then that's
my
what you
last
should
name
have
is
told
Luna.
me.
The cop has had enough.
Get out of the
Are you
car.
off? No, I'm not
you're
getting
going
out of
to
the
jail.
car. No, I'm not.
You're going to jail.
Oh my God. No, what the? You are going? What the? Try and get it on video. Try and get it on video.
She grabs the cop by her hair.
Let go of my hair. Stop hitting her. Let go of my hair.
Let go.
We asked security expert Steve Cardian to analyze the video.
Even if the police officers were wrong in arresting her, she has no right to resist arrest. It's a crime in the state of California.
But another thing that females tend to do is that they tend to date bad boys early in life.
I'm not comfortable. In fact, I've tried really hard to be attracted to men who treat me well. It's boring. It's not only boring, but it makes me feel uncomfortable.
What the fuck?
And you know what? I don't like to date my type of guy anymore because I feel like it's really boring because he treats me so good, which common sense, you want to be treated good from a guy. But when you get treated good, it's kind of boring.
And good guys or bad boys? Bad boys. Okay, predictable, boring. Next. Absolutely.
I hated my healthy relationship. I didn't know what I was getting myself into. Everything seemed extremely foreign to me. I even remember at the beginning of my relationship, I'm like, hey, there's a part of me inside that does not like you.
I want to feel the thrill. I want to be getting my head bashed in the mattress. I want to be getting flipped upside down. And then I want to be getting ghosted the next day. I want to have my heart ripped out of my chest. And I want to do it all over again. And then some. And then when you get a little older, you're kind of like, I literally don't have time.
Find a guy that's really nice. And I am so thrown off. I really did find a guy who's super fucking nice, the most respectful, anything I really need, he's gonna do it for you. I'm sitting there I'm the problem.
So I want you to just think about it. You respond much more dramatically to negative emotion, but then you gravitate towards the very thing that is going to give you a lot of negative emotion. You'll get the highs, but you're going to get the lows. You are now dealing with the men who are not the kindest to you. So all of these are negative emotions that you will experience early in life, you're going to absorb at a much higher degree. So this is why you find that women are recovering from trauma. You have to understand this, gentlemen, that women are always responding from trauma. Men are not the ones that are responding from trauma. They're recovering from divorce. They're getting over their ex. But men learn lessons from their negative experiences. Women go through trauma. You don't hear men going through trauma. Oh, I'm the trauma of this trauma. No, men don't do that shit. The problem arises now is that women are trying to project their negative emotions and their experience into the male's experience. When they're continuously harping on the fact that, I'm not going to date a man if he hasn't gone through therapy. You don't have to.
I want someone who is emotionally secure with himself so that he can be emotionally secure with me. The next person that I date is going to have had to have gone through therapy themselves. I don't care if it was through church. I don't care if they paid millions of dollars. I could care less. I need them to have gone through therapy, and I need them to tell me what going through therapy meant for them.
Why are you asking him to go through something that he don't need? Therapy for what? He's not the one that's experiencing the trauma. You are. So I find that a lot of women are doing this now, but it's not out of good faith. It's all about how can I control this man? And this whole thing about I'm not going to date a man if he hasn't been through therapy is freaking ridiculous. So that's what we're going to get into today, my friends. Subscribe. Book a session if you want any guidance, if you need any help with your relationship, with your marriage, etc. By all means, the older man is here for you. And of course, check in the description of this video, pick up one of my digital products, get out there, my friends, and make some money, because things are not going to get any easier, my friends. Okay? But I want to present one video in this segment. And this has now become one of my favorite channels, FBE Capital, and he did an amazing compilation of this exact topic that I'm talking about. But even more importantly, he's dealing with women who are on psych meds. All right? And that's what we're going to examine today. Thanks you, brother. I will pin the link to this video in the comment section. And of course, I'll put it in the description. I'm not going to play the whole video, but the introduction is priceless. It just summarizes everything so beautifully. So let's get into it. And the title of this video is The Big Lie of Men Need Therapy When Dating. Shaming men with therapy and toxic masculinity. Yes, this is a powerful piece. Congratulations, my brother. I'm so proud to see that you're producing some amazing work, man. Thumbs up. All right, so let's get into it. This is an awesome video. Of course, you guys got to go over there and support his channel. I know a lot of you already following him, but I just thought I'd bring you a piece of this video if you haven't seen it yet.
When people scream men need therapy or that men need to work on themselves, it's never because they genuinely care. When people scream men need therapy or that men need to work on themselves, it's never because they genuinely care about men's mental health. It's simply because they can't control men.
No longer have I accepted the standard of dating someone who hasn't gone to therapy.
I no longer want to date or trust men that have not been to therapy.
Like a year of court-mandated therapy and like 2 intro to feminism courses.
Day 1 of tapering off of my antidepressants, and I'm so nervous but so excited.
It's like everything got worse.
I have been in therapy since I was 6 years old. My parents said we want her to be emotionally intelligent, and that I am. I never stopped going to therapy.
I have been on Zoloft or sertraline since I was 16, and I've been on the highest dose, which is 200 milligrams.
So I'm on an SSRI, really high dose, and then Vyvanse also affects your serotonin levels.
I've been taking sertraline for my anxiety for 4 weeks now.
If something's funny, I laugh until I cry. I'm angry, I cry. I feel everything so intensely. I don't even want to feel anything anymore.
Go to therapy.
My mood has been so low. I've had no motivation.
There needs to be a section on dating apps that says, have you been to therapy?
And I've been struggling with the smallest of tasks, like even having a shower.
And if yes, how long did you stay?
They recently did these studies on these, coping techniques. They taught coping techniques. And it turned out it made kids sadder and more anxious. They measured this. And the reason was regularly ruminating on your bad feelings can make you feel worse.
Yes, boys, they love saying it. Men need therapy. But what they really mean is men need to do what I say, or else I have to up my anxiety meds again.
So we decided to up my dosage just by 5 milligrams.
I just increased my medication, moved up to the 20 milligrams.
And within an hour of taking it, I was throwing up. I'm going to give it a couple weeks, figure it out, take some Zofran with it.
I started at 25 milligrams, 25, then 50, then 75, then 100, until I got to 200 milligrams.
My God, it is a true epidemic of biblical proportions out there, with millions of young women not only in therapy, but also hooked on a whole host of anxiety meds, ADHD meds, and weight loss meds, which is obviously a perfect cocktail for disaster.
So I'm on an SSRI, really high dose, and then Vyvanse also affects your serotonin levels. So when you combine them, for me, not good.
Yeah, no shit.
So I don't know what we're going to do next. Probably go back to Ritalin.
These women are getting milked harder than a dairy cow. with most therapy sessions easily costing well over $100 or even $200 per session.
Said boring. Thanks for that advice. Here's $250.
Wow, $250 a session. Even in Australian fund money, that is still well over $160. Now multiply that with 8 clients a day, 5 days a week, and you start to see how insane the amount of money is that these therapists make.
Ooh, that's powerful. Guys, you got to go over there and watch the rest of this video. Listen, we are in a serious epidemic of literally women who are on serious drugs. Just because this shit is legal doesn't mean that it's not affecting women. Because we see women acting like freaking nut jobs and you screaming and going on like kids and just out there like ridiculous.
I can't hear you. But if she hits that window, there she goes again. I don't know if she broke her tooth. She just broke a tooth after a fit of road rage.
You need to calm down.
Food in my car!
Ma'am, what is going on here?
Stand over here. You're gonna be
Stop!
Why are you running away?
Right! He wouldn't
Hey.
There was a green light!
There's...
I just got called here, okay? I'm just trying.
I don't know what's going on right now, and I'm like, so be honest.
What can I do for you, Allie?
Is this the craziest someone has ever gone at an airport? The woman started smashing up Mexico City Airport after her booking allegedly went missing in the system. After going berserk, she tried to flee the terminal but was caught by police and taken into custody.
And you have to seriously ask yourself, what is wrong with our women? Our women are messed up. Women have now been given the best possible world that they could live in. More protection, social programs. Everything is literally given to women. And yet women are on the highest degree of medication. They're the most depressed. They're the most lonely. They're the ones that are holding up the world of therapy right now, because it's not men going to therapy. So if you look at all of this, then you need to ask yourself, ladies, you're doing it wrong. You're doing life wrong. If you are one of those women that are on this high degree of medication, because it's just being prescribed to you in high dosage, you're not living life, my friends. But you might say, but not all women are on psych meds. And I would say, yeah, please stop using that expression, not all. But none of them should be. No woman should be on psych meds in this day and age if they don't have a mental disorder. Why is it that in the best time of society that so many women are on psych meds? Because what you're seeing, especially in this video, is that a large enough sample of women are showing you, outwardly displaying and even boasting that they're on psych meds. That just blows my mind. Like, oh, look at me. I'm taking this and I'm SSRIs and this. I don't even know the freaking names of these damn things. However, we can strongly conclude in the best time of our lives for women, when women have the most amount of freaking freedom, they are the most depressed and the most unhappy. And I strongly feel that the reason for this is because women are out of their natural state. What do I mean by that? Think about purpose. Just like men need purpose, females need purpose. But feminism, yes, I'm going back to my good old arch nemesis, feminism, have told women to come out of her natural state and be like men. So what are the 3 states? And what are the 3 purposes that we should fulfill? There is a biological purpose. Have kids. That's it. We human beings, biologically, we are designed to reproduce. The men have a tremendous amount of sperm, and the woman has a womb that incubates that sperm with her egg. We are here to reproduce. Every species on earth have that natural urge. Feminism have told women, you're not a baby-making machine. That should not be your life purpose. Yet, women are the only ones that can do it. And that's why we have dying societies all over the world. Not even dying societies, dying countries. Okay? So, Biologically, she's out of whack. Psychologically, women have been told that you could be strong and independent and you can do whatever men can do and equality and you don't have to depend on a man.
Women can literally do anything, but we just let a man do it for us.
You can do anything?
Yes, we can. We can protect, provide, we're independent. We just let a man do it for us.
So who built all the buildings you're looking at right now?
I don't know.
You can go out and work. You don't have to be at home. You don't have to be a nurturer. That's not your role. You can go out and work just like men. So what do you think this does to a woman's brain?
All I'm saying is that if she is independent and she pays her own bills and she takes care of herself and she can cook and she is doing her own damn laundry and she is looking good and staying hydrated and being her very best self, she is one step away from having a literal nervous breakdown.
Women are physically weaker than men. Her body cannot go through the vigor and the stress like men do. They have a higher degree of neuroticism. That means they break earlier under mental stress. There's a reason why we cover women's eyes when they see horrible things. Men are designed to freaking look at other men getting their throats slit and eyes gouged out, and that's why we love freaking combat sports. We can handle that shit. Women, they're not designed to handle that stuff. So she's out of whack psychologically. And then socially, women are not taught to contribute to society socially. Women are taught to earn their own money, be independent. What does that mean? Be independent. Be independent of who? Be independent of men. Be independent so that she don't need a man. So technically, she's not building for anyone else. She's building for herself. So socially, she's not contributing anything to society. And listen, I've heard all the content creators say the same damn thing. When women open businesses, they're not opening businesses that contribute back to society and build societies. They're open weave stores, nail salons, beauty salons, everything for other women, for their beauty. It's not to build societies. All of the businesses women tend to go into are not to build a society, but it's to take from the society. We can do without nail salons and hair salons and all of that other beauty shit. But are they opening factories, building materials, engineering stores, construction companies? No, they're not. Please don't come at me this not all women bullshit. I'm talking about the majority. The massive majority of women only open businesses and get involved with things that enhances themselves. That's it. Not to contribute back to society. So these three factors, social, psychological, and biological, are not being fulfilled by women. Therefore, she is outside of her natural purpose. And this will lead to massive amounts of depressive states. And this is why I think a lot of women are so depressed and lost, because they no longer have a life purpose. Yes, of course. They make bad life decisions. Pookie and Rere gets a hit at it first, messes their mind up. She goes and sleep with the bad boys first, that messes her mind up, and then all of a sudden she's in therapy. But that isn't all there is to it. Combine that with no life purpose, thinking that her so-called goal in life is to get the bag, earn material stuff, just one trip after the next. Ladies, I can tell you, I've told you this before. After you've been on a few of these so-called trips and you're going into these hotels and, these tours and packages are designed for you, you're not traveling. You're just another tourist on a hamster wheel showing the same shit in one country that you're going to see in the next country. How many parasails and booze cruise overlooking the Caribbean or in Dubai, or how many malls you can walk into all over the world? Oh, seeing Paris, it's the same damn croissant you can get in Dubai that you get in Paris. The same friggin' Dom Perignon and bubblies and wine. Everything is the same everywhere you go in the world these days. You're not getting any better Dom. You're not getting any better brunches. And lo and behold, if you're going on your own, it's not really that nice because you have no one else to recall those experiences with.
So I'm never traveling with this girl again. So we didn't get to experience one thing. We were here for 5 days and literally she didn't pay for one drink, one thing of food, one activity. Nothing happened, but she wants to buy like what is this? What type of bag is this?
You said $100.
She wants to buy like designer bags and designer glasses and stuff, but she didn't pay for one thing the whole trip. But why would you not pay for one thing?
For not having money is crazy to me.
And she stole my clothes. I'm done. No, you should have never came out here. You should have never came. Why would you even come? Why would you even come? We didn't do anything. We did nothing.
Okay, but how is that my fault?
Because you're broke.
But as a friend, I'm not.
Why are you broke?
Why are you broke? Don't do that. Don't do that.
Why are you broke? You got a chain on.
You got a chain. But you could have looked out for me though. Okay, but you could have helped me, like, and then I would have paid you back.
But literally, you've been eating off my money the whole trip though. Like,
aren't we friends though? So I'm wrong.
This is the worst person to travel with. Anybody knows this person? Do not travel with her. Do not travel with her.
As far as I'm concerned, this is why so many women are on meds and so depressed. Add to the fact that they're lonely and don't have a man, that makes it 10 times worse. Tell me I'm wrong. You need to fix whatever is wrong, but it isn't done with drugs because it's messing you all up. I mean, I have very limited female companions here in Dubai. But I can tell you, 3 of them that have admitted to me that they're on psych drugs for depression. Like, for what? Why is it that you can't handle life, man? Of course, all of them are single. Cannot find a man. All in their 30s and 40s, can't find a man. But you know what? I showed this video to my wife earlier, and she said, one of my friends, who's actually older now, and she needed to get surgery, and she said the first thing the doctor prescribed to her when she went in for her pain was psych medication. A pain medication. No, maybe you want some psych medication. And the girl said, no, I'm mentally, I'm fine. I'm just having pain. That's it. In other words, these doctors are prescribing freaking psychedelic drugs like they're candy. It's insane. So it's not only the woman's fault, but a lot of the doctors today are just over-prescribing women on medication, showing that women have a problem handling the difficult world.
This will never go viral. But if it does go viral, I might do a bunch of the crazy things that I am suggesting right now. I'm a 35-year-old woman. I am single with no children. I am a health and wellness content creator who is going through a lot of grief right now. Sorry for the face. I just lost my dad. Having this crazy desire to just quit my full-time job and go travel the world. And I don't really know how I would earn during that time. But I'm also just you ever have those days where you're just at your wit's end and you're like, I don't know, maybe I'll figure it out. I'm having one of those days. There's got to be more to life, If this interests you, and if you would actually follow a series like this of I quit my job and went and traveled the world for, I don't know, a few months, maybe longer. I'd love to do it for eternity. But if that is interesting to you, just maybe like this video or comment below. Or if you happen to be in your 30s and single too without children, and you feel very alone sometimes because everyone in your life has kids but you, let me know. That would be amazing.
It really is sorrowful to see, my friends. I want you to tell me, gentlemen, how many women you know and how many of them are on psych meds or they are in therapy. And how many of them are recommending that you go to therapy? They think it's because you're not in touch with your emotions, that you're not emotionally intelligent. And their idea of not in touch with your emotion is you're not sympathetic to their cause. You're not taking care of her pain and her needs. That's emotional intelligence for a lot of women. If you're not bowing down to her needs, if you're not catering to her, you're not emotionally intelligent. Make that shit make sense. Listen, I'm going to keep this one short. I want you guys to go over there and support FBE Capital. It's an awesome channel. And of course, book a session if you guys need any help, my friends. Okay? So until tomorrow, remember, my friends, whenever in doubt, always ask an older man. I'll see you soon. Cheers.